I was asked to capture a video how I do run Serpentis 10 of 10 in an Ishtar, especially the last room. And here's of it. It's very, very cheap, like literally very cheap. Nothing special. X-Light Shield Booster, and it's enduring ones to reduce my capacitor drain as much as possible. And then an Monopropellant Afterburner. I couldn't fit a 2-2 unless I'm like some implants, and I'm not running anything special. No implants whatsoever. Yeah, as much DPS I can get, the 2-2 drone damage amplifier, and 2 meta cap flux codes to cap my capacitor up. A cap recharger rig and a operation solidifier 1 rig, which will cycle my shield booster a little bit faster, but all that means I will drain my capacitor a little bit faster in comparison to other threats. On DPS side note, I do have about 700 DPS, 733. I do have a mobile depot in order to fit travel items like Cloaking device, a warp core step, and a 15N, and WD, and then Wasp, Hornets, and Wardens. I will use all of them as much as I can. So that's the first stage, or not first stage, first room. And I'm gonna start maybe orbiting the beacon, or even just stop. I'm not gonna take that much damage, I would say. If I do, I will start moving. I did it wrong. Filtered by distance. Lock everything up, which is here. And going lights. Probably Afterburner on for it now. So on the resistance side, and we have a neutral again. I do have 82% on thermal and 85% on kinetic. So resistances is very high. And since all the NPC will be shooting with kinetic and thermal, that's the resistance I will go with. Okay, he is gone. Usually he is sitting in the guy who was moving in a T1 frigate with clocking device, and this is clocking device and a web scram, something cheap like 10 mils ship, and trying to point you down and bring his bodies. Well, that should be fine. So the second room is locked up, so I will need to kill a couple of ships here first. Let's see. Anyway, I'm not completely maxed out on Hardener specialization. I'm on a level 4. Just yesterday I got the skill through. My previous DPS was like 699, but right now I have 730, which is sufficient to run any Serpentis 1010. Unless we're speaking about unrated. Unrated is a little bit different and requires different approach. And here we go, drone aggro. That's what I do not like. So pay attention to drone aggro switch. It goes very, very fast. If you're gonna shoot your light drones, we're gonna shoot your heavy drones, even the sentries. Let's see whether I can tank it face on. I don't know yet. We'll see. And draw Nago again. So usually bring a couple of spares just in case if one of them getting eaten by NPCs, just drop another one or recall it one. Especially in heavy drones, I have more than sufficient. There's like 9 in a drone bay. Just in case. Okay, I don't like that one. Okay, let's align out. That's the question. Do I have my position or not? Well, let's resume when they are gone. And we are back. Okay. No idea. Okay, we are fine finally. So let's see what's going on. Distance-wise, couple of light frigates, destroyers, whatever. Step down and look up those closer targets. I'm gonna snipe them from current position. Okay. All drones switch to sentries. Oh, taking damage on sentries. Now is the question, what is shooting on my sentries? That's some insane resistances, to be honest. It took too long to kill that one. Oh yeah, I probably should shooting the Serpentis Shipyard Defender. Still commander spawn, and he might gonna have something inside. I don't know, we'll see. Paying attention to the triggers here. Although they are none, but he might gonna drop some because commander, but who knows. That those commanders are often going for your drones. And he has something, let's see. Study swaps. The cruise missile, well, cruise missile, I don't care about the one, it should kinetic thermal. The study swap will wipe me at about 50 kilometers away from me. Oops, that was a mistake. Which might connect my drone. Nothing. Snap the tower away, so you have now full propulsion within 50 kilometers, no more webbing whatsoever. So if you wanna receive less damage by battleships, you can have a transversal, not transversal, but a movement angle which is transversal to the battleships. So battleships will hit you less. Then again, you have high resistances and very big repair rate. So plus small signature plus speed tank you do Afterburner. You want to kill those cruise missiles? I don't think I didn't need to kill them. Let's recall drones. And this room is nearly clear. So luckily enough, didn't lose any drones whatsoever right now. Let's see. Let's go for the battleship. It's the closest one. But then again, each heavy drone is like 1.7 mil, and you have a spare ones with you. Just keep in mind that Agro might not switch real fast. Sending them away on long distance is not a wise idea. Data resistance, somewhat okayish. I'm gonna unlock those sentries, don't need them, since I'm not webbed. And I have even deactivated my Afterburner. If shit hits the fence, I can even drop a drug inside, take a pill, which will give me 20% more on shields. However, the negative side effects is that you can have -20 on capacitor amount, and that one can hit you very hard if you're not kept stable up front. You might gonna just die like instantly because you cannot tank the side. And if you were cap stable, you might gonna become not cap stable anymore. So that's kind of trick or treat. I probably should have switched to sentries since I'm standing still, not moving, and just blast them away. Drone navigation, drone speeds going from battleship to battleship takes a lot of speed, a lot of time. Although the sentries do less damage overall, but they are very good on long range, like I don't know, 60-70 kilometers maybe, starting with like 25 plus. But then 25 plus is not that far away. I would send my heavy drones there. Okay, let's call heavy drones. I'm gonna launch the sentries. I don't think the room is currently available. Nope, still being defended by NPCs. Looks like by the intel there's bombers behind the region. We should be fine. This if I'm not taking the gate. So, what is it shooting? I think the battleship switched to the sentry instead of something else, instead of me. Yeah, previous update or the current update, somewhat the drone signature was increased, so NPC is gonna target them more often. So pay attention to that one. Okay, that should be fine. Let's try getting the gates, and here we are. Second gate or second room, not second gate, second room, it has two additional rooms, left and right, alpha and beta. You can go there, but the Ishtar isn't very viable since those commander spawns in every single of the alpha and beta room is a commander spawn. They are not the gates back to the current room are not being defended. So theoretically you could go there and start killing everything if you're using an Ishtar. And by everything I mean like light targets, which will start shooting your drones and then go for the commander and then come back. If you have a Widow is kind of viable. It can run those sites, those rooms very fast. Therefore, I would go with a Widow over there. Distance. Let's see what we are working with. And you can just snipe those commander spawns and come back without your drones being aggroed whatsoever. So since you have pretty much no drones on a Widow. Here is a different story. There should be a commander which should soon be burning to me like 20 kilometers, and I will try to take them out, or him out. I just cannot find that now yet. And I would like to take that web tower. I believe there are 2 of them. Well, second sizes tower 2. I have no idea why not. Okay, drone scheme are good. That's not good. Not bueno. I need the drones. I need those drones. Let's take down those 2 sentry towers. Ooh, my Warden is kinda chewed upon. Okay, tower number 1 and tower number 2. This is the commander spawn. I would like to kill him, since those commander spawns tend to, as I said before, to go for your drones. So I'm gonna travel a little bit close to that one. Even if I'm gonna aggro the wave behind, I don't care. I should be fine tanking the rest of the side. There's nothing special there, to be honest. So let's get closer so I can use my heavy drones. That one has a very high resistance on armor, so I will need to be not precise, but as much DPS as possible and quick as possible to kill that one. And the bounty is 5 mil, by the way, so it kind of shows that he's commander just by bounty alone. Okay, looks like he is kind of stuck or something. I have no idea. Okay, taking too much damage. And starting to join my drones. So it takes a little bit of time to kill that one. Very high resistance profile. So now everything is shooting upon me, and a couple of drones taking aggro. But I don't care about a couple of drones right now. So neutral is gone, we are fine again, and that one should die too well soon. And here we are, he's gone. Cool. Let's see, is there any break of that one? No idea. Yeah, there was one. Gonna pick up later. Okay, what we're gonna do? Start small to large. I would kill that tower sentry, but I haven't. So I don't know whether the tower sentry gonna shoot on my drones or not. So I'm gonna go with, if you have doubt, kill it. Sentence. By the way, the battle cruiser will always apply if they're like in 40 to 60 kilometers away. So they need to be taken out at some points. I don't see any destroyers anymore. Let's go heavy drones. And if I still go for drones, the benefit if you go for my drones when they're shooting me, which means I can easier tank, but then you're losing drones, you're losing ISK, and you're losing DPS. Special DPS is kind of bad if you're losing those. So what's going on? I have the idea that they're shooting, not focus firing. No, they are focus firing in this preset. So besides a couple of battle cruisers, only battleships left and sentries. Don't care about the sentries right now. They do damage, but the damage is kind of 10, looks like 10 damage per second or something. A mix of thermal kinetic explosive, which I don't care. Said before, raises are decently high, 82, 50, 85, and 50, but the explosive damage is like the third place, so I don't care about explosive. And the side doesn't have any surprises for you. Start. Again, the guy. Okay, let's pay attention again. Is he in? Question mark. Let's shut down the prop, just in case. Very good. I'm gonna check that wreck, commander wreck, and meanwhile I'm gonna keep killing those battleships, ignoring the towers, the sentry tower. Yeah, looks like drone, aggro. So keep switching to drones, in and out. Since the shit's gonna repair, anything else is gonna recharge to anything else you need to repair. If you have a remote armor repel like small one, you can repair drones not being docked. But that strains on your capacitor again, and you need to tighten your fitting, which I do not like to do. So very tight enough. So it doesn't have anything of value except the tracking computer for guns. It's a meta, which costs like 50k or something in the market, so next to nothing. Nothing valuable. You know what? Gonna call the heavy drones. I'm gonna start launching the sentries. I do think I can tank the standing. I'm not moving, standing still. Let's hold on. Let's see. No, if I do not like that. Okay, plan B. Gonna take the long route again. And being shot again by battleships. All three of those are not the tanky resistance-wise, but if I keep switching to my drones, that's a nuisance. Nothing else. Especially that is by the previous one, battleship was 500, so half a mil, which is next to nothing. And we are alone again. So those NPC systems in Fountain were highly frequented by neutrals. The closer you to NPC stations, the more visitors you have. So ideally just pop in and pop out. But the benefit of those NPC systems, NPC solve, is very high bounty risk modifier. So that 1.2 mil multiplied by 1.6 will be like 1.7 mil for the battleship, so it's kind of okay. But the main reason you're doing this escalations is not for the bounty from the reds, but by the loot from the NPCs. The last one. So now the gate should be open. Can activate. Did I miss something? Oh, that one. Yeah. Sorry. Don't get him. I was wondering why I cannot activate the gate. What? Let's see. So if I align down the gates, like in a incursion, if it's the wrong direction. This looks kind of weird. Do I need to walk back, like in that direction? And once I'm in, let's take the gate. Oh, apparently you're warping back. Like you're landing there, you're burning here, and you're warping back. Interesting. And last stage. So here is the idea, the same. Now you're burning up to 30 kilometers away from that, like in straight line. Prop on, you'll be back by the station. Use your light drones to kill the small stuff. Check, is there another tower? No, I'm not seeing anything. Okay. So as soon as you reach a distance away from the stronghold on 50 kilometers plus, the stronghold will no longer web you. It has only a limited amount of range, which I'm gonna use against it. And 50 kilometers range, it also doesn't repair its armor on the shields. So my tiny DPS of 733, or if it's like skill level 3 on specialization, 700 DPS will be sufficient to kill that one. Okay, I'm gonna switch to lights again because those destroyers are coming closer. And I'm no longer webbed. So now I could simply go forth and back here, keeping my transversal up if I need to, and just kill everything in the vicinity. Some NPC is gonna stay there, and I kind of can snipe them if I need to. Or I will approach the station, but approach the station, and we'll see how I will proceed, to be honest. Right now. But yeah, 90% angle, battleships start shooting you if we're gonna miss. But looks like they're going for my drones instead. I think I just lost a drone. Yep. Looks like I just lost one. Just not that important. So. See how much damage I take. Okay. Let's trigger the wave behind. Okay, they can do some damage, which is not bueno. Meanwhile, since the mobile depot is online, just get another drone in. So now I have a question. If I'm gonna stay behind, I'm gonna start burning to me. If you're gonna stop there, I do not care. Then I'm gonna just reapproach those battleships and what's not just gonna burn in the station. Even if I get wrapped, I don't care. I need to trigger those. Okay, checking on the cruise missiles over there. No other launchers, which is fine. So if there was another tower like Webs, like Sentry, but not a cruise missile, like point defense or something, I would be killing those. But I'm not seeing anything. Such things. It's going. And we are again in the web range of the tower. It's the wrong one, I need to kill that one. So meanwhile, the shields of the sentries should be recharged. Stop ship. Call heavies. And sniping those light targets. I would also would like to kill those heavier missile batteries. I don't trust them. The damage incoming is next to nothing, since the resistance is pretty high. Although I have a EM resistance hole, but that's fine. Where is another tower? I don't see it. Yeah. Okay, another shuttle. Okay, about one. Start a guy in. Retribution. Use of grids. And we are fine. So depending on the range you want to sit closer or farther, you can go in and like next to nothing to the station and send your heavy drones if you want to. A sec. Close the window. Okay, 2 more battleships. Okay, that battleship is creeping up on me. Interesting. So, no more sentries. Gonna send heavy drones on him. And meanwhile, we're gonna burn back to my position of 50 plus kilometers, since I don't want to sit here being wrapped, don't need it. Just unnecessary. Plus, the people gonna warp in, they're gonna be landing on a web tower, and I might have time to disengage because we are wrapped and whatever. So that's the idea. So, as you see, you don't take any significant amount of damage, like literally next to nothing. I didn't see the advertisements going from there. Cool. So now send your drones to the stronghold. By the way, I probably should activate my Afterburner first. Here we go. Since I'm 50 plus kilometers away from my target, I can just stop my ship and wait till the structure gonna die. That's it. So from what I remember, it has 1000 HP shields with a resistances of the EM hole and the thermal hole. I'm shooting with kinetic, which is not ideal, but to get the job done. Or I would switch my drones out if I have brought a couple of the EM damage, but it gets the job done. But then 4000 HP of ammo, and well, I have no idea how much in a structure. Like I believe it's like 400,000. So it's gonna take a little bit, but it's like 15 minutes. The easiest part of the job is get that position. If you get to that point, you're good. Like you're golden. So from what I've seen, there are no points in this in the 10 of 10. So you can warp in and out as much as you want. There are no neutralizing towers in a 10-10 in Serpentis 10-10. So if you're slightly uncap stable, it's fine. The pressure of DPS, it's not that high, especially if you have high resistances and a small profile. Let's see how long gonna take till I kill the structure. So overall patterns would do here much better. But then again, you need space for loot, and you don't have that much, and you need space for spare drones. If you have like additional set of heavy drones, it's like 125 cubic meters less. So just keep in mind. Therefore, kinetic get the job done. Although you're shooting a little bit on our shields, if the shields are away, but that's fine. The mass of the DPS going straight to the hull. So it looks like with so much DPS I do have with the same drones I do have, like 733 DPS with Wasp IIs. You will need about 10 minutes to kill the structure after you clear every single room, except Alpha and Beta. So obviously if you have Marauder, you can ignore the whole spawns over here. Just MGD or whatever, burn away, siege, and start shooting. If you're Bull Ops or something, same idea. Get to 60 plus to 50 plus of the structure and yeah, start blasting it. It takes a little bit to kill, but it is like 1-2 minutes, something. Although, to be honest, if you're sitting on a 50 kilometers with like cruise missiles in a video, it would take, I would say, 5 minutes to kill, maybe 6.5 or something. So it isn't that terrible. And the benefit of the video is also you can switch the cruise missiles on the fly, like Mjolnir, Fury, cruise, and go bashing that one. And if it isn't that expensive, I mean, you're gonna still pay like 3 billion in total, 2.1 or so for the widow plus the fit, plus the imps, just in case, and about 900 mil for the imps. Yeah, it's melting. Slowly, but it's melting. Okay, again. I hope they're not gonna start robbing me because I did all the job. And yeah, I wouldn't like to be the one who is losing the site because somebody is contesting us, scanning me down, going to for engagement. I do not have combat drones with me whatsoever. The fit isn't designed to be combat capable, it's designed to clear the site effectively, which it can clearly do. Good. Let's see how much time, how much percentage left. 28, so additional 3 minutes and the site is done. And then you have two possibilities. Either you go for the container, bookmarked one, and rewarp that one, just swapping out, waiting for 2.5 minutes for the site to spawn, or back into container and be on top of that, or it just burn in. That's up to you how you do it, whatever you prefer more. Ooh, there's and upgrade. Maybe in its areas, maybe not, cannot tell. Photos. And upgrade too. Okay, we're fine. Button. One and a half minute left, still the structure dies, and then I'm gonna just burn in and loot the container. So need to pay attention because those two containers or three containers are empty, there's nothing inside or nothing what I would like to take. That one is not the correct one. Can I abandon it even? I don't know. It doesn't switch the no, it does switch the colors, okay. Yeah, that's not the correct ones. For 30 seconds. Two and 1%, and it's gonna be dying soonish. Here we go. Done. Containers, containers, containers. 60 kilometers away, start burning. Since I'm already in that space, the guys who are gonna scan me down need to burn in, need to tackle me, and I'm already in the room. I just need to burn 60 kilometers, that's it. So, pretty easy. Tanking works. Shield holding. Just lost a single Hornet. Drones are looking, especially sentry drones, looking bad, but yeah, that's fine. Completely viable to run, and I took like an hour to run the site, minus the guys who are burning for the system and scanning and what's not, the neutrals. Okay, let's overhit it with my Afterburner just in case to get a little bit fast on top. I want to be here in and out really soon. Quick. Got another 1010 in vicinity, and it's also kind of expiring. This one has about 9 hours, the one has 4 hours left. What? Yeah. Kind of busy day, what can I say? Okay, let's get prop. And let's see what kind of goodies we get. Nah, nothing. That was a kind of bust. Only Vindicator PPC and Overseer attack. Yep, gambling. So I only got like 30 mil on top of the all things I did. So acquisition cost, but you can get core X types modules here. So this one was a bust. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Stay awesome.